Right. Essentially. But it's all our fault because we left her up here. Kaysar's sleeping, so let's just make a move now.
Well, there will be times when we
Yeah, it doesn't really help. They were really the only ones that were talking to me.
Well, I told you to tell them, listen, you've said your piece. Go away. I didn't talk to other people. It's only fair. They can't argue with that.
Do not talk game with them anymore by yourself.
It's just simple. If you don't get the fuck out of my room, you can guarantee that your keys will be in a bag somewhere. You just look unreal, Howie, in that fucking bed.
What time is it, noon?
Well, he was saying like, a lot of things. He was
Really?
like, well, Janelle, you should at least put up, some floaters. He's like, I know you have a really strong alliance, but,
We should probably break it up. Maybe you should put up. You should just put up me and James.
No, he said that the floaters were trying to break us up.
Which they probably are.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, but who's the only one up here working hard at breaking us up? Will and Boogie.
All right, here, we have to send him home this
Well,
week.
he was like, Danielle is trying to break up your alliance. He's like, Erica's a huge floater.
Did you ask him, what are you doing? He's just like, what are you doing?
He said he was just, I didn't really ask him that.
No, what are you doing? Everyone has their role in this game. What are you doing? What's Boogie doing?
He said that he wanted to go home. And he's like, you just put me in next week.
No, that was what he said last week. He wanted to be put up this week, remember?
Wait, Will doesn't want to be put up this week?
No, he wants to be put up next week.
Will wants to be put up next week. Not this week.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Whose HOH is it? It's Janie's, right? Not Will's?
Will's.
So Will really doesn't decide when he goes home, does he?
It's Will and Boogie's week again. This is your first HOH week so far.
You love putting this. You like that since Maggie had her weeks?
Yeah,
Yeah, but now Boogie and Will are going to be mad at me.
Janelle.
They've been mad at you for the whole season.
Janelle, the other day when Boogie was calling you a bitch, saying he doesn't even think you'd work at his club, was that love?
No, he's just an
here's the
idiot.
deal. Boogie and Will are mad at you. Okay? You go after a floater, you then have all the floaters mad at you.
Exactly.
It's a little bit easier for Will to be mad at home than for Will to be mad in the game, manipulating you like he's been doing to everybody else. Since when did you give a fuck about someone being mad at you? It's
I
Big
don't.
Brother.
And then
And the two weakest players in the game, man. Who gives a damn? We're going to take care of them anyway.
And we
no,
would
but
put
he was like, the floaters are after you. They just have, which is true. They could be after us.
They could be, but who is after you? Remember the diagram with the two pawns, the king and the queen? We fuck with the pawns, we leave the king and queen in the game.
They probably are after us, but the problem is at this point,
Didn't want to piss them off.
you have Chilltown now. It's clearly after us. Then if you go after the floaters, they're gonna
Who
be
is
after us.
Marcellus scared of more than anyone in this game? Danielle, correct?
George, please go to the diary room.
He told Danielle to her face he wanted to put her up the other day during the argument. Okay, because of what we've been doing for Marcellus, were able to convince Marcellus to go after Boogie as opposed to Danielle saying that we would take care of him. We now go after a floater, and it says our word is nothing, and it is us versus the house.
Also, a floater that has voted for us every way we wanted to the whole year so far.
So it's like, you see what doing good things does? It's when you
No,
go with
but,
Sovereign Six?
and they're talking about the votes too. There's 5 floaters.
So what?
There's 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. We have to win next week either way.
Right. Next week's a huge week. So we get it, and then next week's the endurance week. We're going to roll for 6 in a row. I'll just tell everybody to jump off the whatever we're doing. Just get off, Bill.
You just stay up there and fart.
I'll fart. I'll tell them to get off. I hate you and your family. Get off. It's over.
Marcelo said that Will and Boogie are like Maggie.
Absolutely.
Marcella said that. I said that. Actually, I think I said they're a billion times stronger than Maggie.
We got to get rid of them.
Like I said, if we go after Floater this year, you're doing just what you did when you came after me last year. You go in for a potential threat and avoiding the main target. The imminent threat versus potential threat.
Not only did you not...
But I'm getting nervous about the floaters.
Not only did you not go after a
Okay, so
potential threat,
this
you
year
put up an ally.
you're scared and you're nervous.
You put up a current ally.
When did you ever
too.
get scared and nervous?
Because the nervous is easy to deal with.
You put up an
They
ally.
weren't easy to deal with. They won by convincing you guys to do the same thing that these people are convincing you to do. Go after a
We
potential.
made a major mistake, but fortunately, we can correct the blunder. We have the power to do that still.
I think you just go after Will.
If you do not go after Will, you are going to be the only target out of this group. Because they are going to see that you've turned on them. All of us looked dumbstruck last night. Everyone looked dumbstruck when Howie's like, well, she told me to go after, Erica and Diane. Everyone's like, what the fuck? The only way to rectify this situation is for Will to go up and go home. It's the only way to rectify the situation, or we have openly declared war on everyone.
And hopefully next week they try to get Boogie out of the house for us, or whatever.
We can potentially lose the whole house this week.
Exactly.
And we are fucked.
We can't afford to do that yet until we have all the other...
The numbers don't make sense yet. It's going to be us against the whole house.
All right.
No, we said all right yesterday when Howie and I left the first time, and we said Will and Boogie were going to go up. And then Erica and Boogie went up.
Okay, so you rectified the Diane situation. You
Ask Marcellus, yeah.
Okay.
But
So we have one-
you can talk to her also because you've been talking to her before, and she seems to like you. Just do not use that she is the strongest player because that.
Okay, I'm just going to say we want him to control.
You can just be like, I'm fucking.
I
My,
didn't-
you
I
can just be like,
just-
my nickname is fucking Peanut. I was exhausted. You know what I mean?
I was just playing jokes in the game.
Just I thought it'd be funny to put your feet in there. Do whatever you want. You can play that. Look at your hat. Of course you can play that.
Wash the damn hat, Howie. Wash it.
I didn't watch this.
Can't believe putting maggots on a girl's feet and give her a blindfold.
Those weren't maggots. Those were like worms.
Regardless.
Stunk.
They were kind of cool, man. They climbed
No,
up.
they were not
Yeah,
cool.
it's kind of cool. They're climbing up my leg.
This
Leg.
has. If Will does not come home, we don't have stupid people in this house.
Right.
Okay? Not one person's stupid. And they're all going to look and see, okay, Janelle and Howie targeted Diane, not Will and Boogie. So that makes it look like Boogie was the pawn, Erica was the real target.
An ally that voted for us every
Yes,
single time.
because in both attempts to disrupt someone, you guys chose to avoid the people that we didn't want to win the veto.
Who's the one person that walked up here and manipulated your picks this week? Who? Will. Showtown. No one else in this house manipulated you. He's got to go. He's gone. There's no question about it at this meeting. He goes up after Boogie saves himself, and we vote Will out of this house. We have to.
It's been a month that we haven't taken a stand to them. We took out their strongest member last week. We need to take out their smartest. And he's apparently their strongest because Jace could never convince us to do the same thing.
Jace tried it. He preached and preached to us. We didn't listen to him. We voted him out of here.
He told us how manipulative Dr. Will was and how we set him up. Well, now he set somebody else up. And this is the only way to get rid of it.
You were the new Jace this week.
Right.
If Will doesn't go up, we're dead.
Yep.
Big time.
Unfortunately, I think this is the crapshoot week. So this may be the one week that we don't retain it, but let's make sure it's not Boogie.
If Will goes home, we have one person we really have to worry about. Everyone else, it's been in good faith. We've done this for you.
We've helped them out for a month now. Let's just get rid of Will.
But
hopefully they'll help us cleanse out
If we get rid of a floater this week,
horrible.
it is 3
Horrible move.
against 8 in the competition.
Yeah, horrible move. Horrible.